Alright, so this game I will be playing against a Cassiopeia. For the laning phase at least. So we'll see how that turns out. Cassiopeia has a very good range. She can probably harass me. I can't hide behind my minions because she has no skill shots, so I can actually free roam. I would actually want to stay away from my minions as I'm farming, so that she either has to choose between harassing me or taking creep score with her her skills. I'm gonna start my traditional Doran's Blade 2 red pot start because I should be able to. Actually, Xin Zhao is kind of be a scary jungler. I'm gonna play very passively in the start. Then I probably should have started Fairy Charm, Ward, 4 mana pots, 2 health pots. That's probably would have been a better start, but this shouldn't be too bad as long as I'm cautious and as long as I'm aware. I am starting a spear for some stupid reason. I don't know why. It's a habit. I need to not do that. Spear is not that strong level 1. It does not do enough damage for it to pay for all the mana it uses up. Because as of right now, it's probably going to be about 100 damage total per spear, but it's going to sap 20% of my mana. So I can throw a total of 500 damage and then I'm out of mana immediately. And I can slowly regenerate that mana over time, obviously. But Cassiopeia, I'm assuming, is going to have a decent amount of sustain items on her. That's one thing that I do need to be careful of, is Cassiopeia's damage and her sustain. If I cannot poke her down and she just resustains back, that's going to be problem in lane. Xin Zhao, I really hope this Lee Sin does not decide to counter jungle right off the bat, because Xin Zhao can definitely take Lee Sin level 1. Or level 2 or level 3. Because Lee Sin is a strong early gamer, but so is Xin Zhao. He is one of those champions.
On the prowl.
Hold on. He's one of those champions that you do not want to invade with Lee Sin. The reason I threw a spear there is because I was not certain if I was going to get that last hit. So, oh jeez, I'm an idiot. So I'm hoping she's going to burn through all of her mana relatively quickly at level 1, and I'm not going to run into issues later on with her harass. Alright. She's going to do a great job. But she started with a very interesting build. She's going to have a lot of sustain. I'm not going to be able to compete with that, so I'm not going to try and harass her out of lane. I'm actually just going to try and burn her potions slowly with spears, just intermittently. Probably going to throw one spear, wait for her to potion, and then throw another later on, because I'm not going to be able to burn through all those potions before she decides she wants to go back. So I'm glad I at least have a heal that I can use. I don't have it yet, but that'll help me a lot in terms of sustain, because she bought almost all sustain items. If we throw this spear, it did not hit her. Dang it. So she's just going to harass me. That's going to be a pain. I might actually just have to sustain through her mana, which will be a very difficult thing to do, because she does not have very high mana costs for her mana pool. I may need a jungler's assistance. But as of right now, it's looking alright. I just naturally take a lot of damage from Cassiopeia early game because my laning phase is weak. I have a fairly short range. Ooh, I probably could have flashed there, but I'll be alright. That was very risky. I need assistance. Alright. Excellent. Lee Sin, take the lane. They're both very low. She just burned her flash though. I just need backup. Yes, that's all I need. Alright, you got it? Or not. You fuck. The fuck are you doing?
You cannot cage me, summoner.
Actually, I don't want to have 2 health potions. I actually want to have a ward. So because Cassiopeia decided to get super aggressive there, she actually has less mana now, and she missed a lot of CS, which is great for me. Very foolish on Lee Sin's part, though. I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm only down by 4 CS, and Cassiopeia may or may not have to go back. I'm not sure on that one, but I most certainly have a lot more damage than her, and a lot better healing potential, so I can just out-heal all of her harass, which is going to be great. I can just do that all game while she wastes her mana on me. I get in a good position to throw a spear. Just force her out of lane. I can, as soon as she goes back, I can take a lead here. Whatever, man, you're just gonna poison me, it's fine. I'll just move on with my life. It's not too big a deal. It's not much damage taken. This is where she's starting to get into dangerous territory. It is not wise for her to stay in lane for this long. Even though she can sustain, I would not advise on it because she's going to be severely disadvantaged just for staying this long. She has no mana. She doesn't do very much damage. So even though she can farm a lot longer, it's probably better in her better interest to go back to base. And now obviously I'm going to say, oh hey, you're going to back to base, and I'll push to her tower. She'll get denied a few creeps, but that's it. That's not going to be a big deal. So if I were her, I would go back to base. I would have gone back to base a bit earlier. At this point though, it's a little too late for that. She's kind of screwed herself over in that sense. And now I'm level 6, and she has no mana. This is the very big detriment that's going to screw her over in the long run. Because now I can just get super aggressive, I can push the lane, and she should have gone back to base way earlier. She's going to be kind of screwed at this point. The one thing I'm concerned about is Xin Zhao deciding that he wants to get aggressive on me. She's going to be a fool if she stays in lane for any longer. That's a smart move. There you go. Going back to base now. No, she's not. She's not an intelligent human being. Is that will most definitely? No, it's not. She's gonna stay in lane. Why is she staying in lane? She's not intelligent. One spear and she's done. She can't come back to lane until like another 20 or 30 seconds if she takes another spear. Why is she doing this to herself? I don't understand. Oh my goodness. This girl is a recluse. She's not only denied herself a ton of farm, but she's also forced herself to waste those 3 health potions that she bought that would help keep her in lane. But now she has to go back. And it doesn't cost me anything. I get free CS, I get free damage on the tower, and she didn't have anybody come to cover her lane for her. She was actually probably calling her jungler to come cover the lane, and he's like, oh, I'll be there later, which means I should probably leave. He's probably going to be right in that bush or something. Nope. So, I'm very happy with the current of this lane, even after that extremely aggressive start from her. She's ended up screwing herself over. And it looks like she's getting a chalice, so she doesn't run into those issues anymore. But it doesn't matter anymore because she's already so screwed, so far behind, I can just poke her out of lane. She's going to take way more damage than she can sustain, so she's going to run out of health now before she runs out of mana. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This is now gone in my favor. Hopefully I don't get too cocky though. I need to be very careful about that. I get cocky, I lose lane. That was a nice throw of that, I guess. Didn't really do too much to me, but I'm forcing her to miss a lot of her creeps now. because I have such an advantage. I have 2 Doran's rings while she just has a chalice. Her chalice allows her to spam her abilities, but it does nothing for her damage. Her damage is very weak. So she's going to do that. That was very foolish. I kind of predicted that ultimate. In all honesty, I would never have done that if I were her. I'm going to do this though, just because I need to do that to survive.
An enemy has been slain.
Right. I'm still alive and still doing okay. It's risky on my part, waste of a bit of flash, but it's okay. Cassiopeia is very low as well. My jungler wants to come and finish her off, he can. I'm alright with just leaving her in lane, because I know that I'll be fine.
An enemy has been slain.
Good job, Lee Sin. Getting the kills left and right. She already burned her ultimate, so if I want to, I can get super aggressive and wait for her to use one more skill and then just dive her. But the risk of this is if I had done that and Xin Zhao was in my lane, I would have been dead. If Xin Zhao was not in my lane, so she's going to take a lot of damage. She's not going to die from that, unfortunately.
An ally has been slain.
If I can throw this spear in her direction, which I cannot, I'm an idiot. So as of right now, you'll notice that I have no kills and no deaths. However, I am winning lane by a lot. And that is because of my CS advantage. Now, earlier when Xin Zhao came into lane, he freaked me out a ton. He caused me to burn my flash. That was a really foolish move on my part. I should have had wards. So now, because I saw he goes through the green bush, he doesn't try and go through my jungle. I'm going to ward my green bush. May I have blue soonish? That's just a personal thing I need. This is blue. It helps a lot. I don't necessarily need it. If my jungler was somebody that was blue dependent, I would say, you know what, you can take it. It's not going to affect me that much. I can survive without it. As long as you're doing alright, which he is. He's doing pretty good. I would just let him take it. But because I do enjoy having that mana spamming, I'm taking blue. Is that okay? I just want to let him know I'm taking it. I'm not stealing it from him. I just want to say, hey, I'm going to take this blue buff. I want you to know about it. I'm an idiot. I missed that jump. But I want him to know about it so he doesn't get angry at me for jungling his jungle. Even if he says it's not okay, I'm taking it anyways. But it's just a polite thing. Also, I should not have changed back into human form quite there. Should have waited until I at least killed it with my tiger form. Be careful, be careful. We have Cassiopeia coming. And that was a beautiful ultimate by Nunu. I think my team's fine. I'm going to come back him up a little bit just because I'm concerned that they're going to get hurt by Cass. And they are not. Oh, that was a beautiful execution by them. Land some heavy damage on her. And now she's forced out of lane because she's eaten two spears. She cannot return to lane without risking her entire life. So that's excellent. Oh man, you took the big one? You had to do that? The big one? Really? So you'll notice this game, I'm not winning in terms of kills. I'm not getting as many kills as I've gotten in other games. But I am winning in terms of farm, and I am still doing a ton of damage for every spear. So this is still an excellent game for me.
I will guide you.
Oh man, come on.
Let me.
And I still have blue buff, so I can just spam my abilities all I want, and it's gonna be great. I can place these everywhere. I have just free reign of this lane right now.
Ally has been slain.
Is she building? She built sorcery. I was gonna say, did she build Mercury Treads? No, she did not. If she had built Mercury Treads, I have already won the lane because she is building to survive me as opposed to beat me. I'm an idiot. I screwed that one up. She's gonna survive. That's fine. She's forced out of getting more creep score, and I can just push the turret. So that's the one thing you'll notice I do a lot is just because someone's low health, I do not chase them. I say, you know what, Mercy, you can live. I feel bad for you. You're kind of bad. You can go home. And then I'll just take their tower instead. So I have a lot of money right now. I may actually go get a Rabadon's before we even come into a tier, just because that Rabadon's is just a ton of damage. It really makes my potential a lot higher. I did not know that they were missing, so that was a good call on his part. They could actually be trying to set up a gank right now, but they are not, unless they're already in my jungle and they're going to come from behind. She burned her ultimate, so I'm pretty safe for the next minute or so. I can just sustain all this damage she's going to do to me. It's not going to be a big deal. It's more like it. Oh man, you touched me. Jerk. Oh, that should have hit her. So that's, that was unintentional, but I'm going to try and do that more often. As I noticed that some of the creeps are dying off, I'm going to... Did he just steal that? No, he didn't. If I notice that the creeps are dying off, I'm going to use them as a mask to set up my own... we need to get out of here, bro. Alright, I'll heal you in a second. It's foolish of them to chase that far. If we had our jungler out here, they would have been probably collapsed on and killed. But our jungler was back at base, so they were safe. I'm not sure if they knew that he was back at base, but that turned out well for them. However, it turned out really good for us. Our Caitlyn needs to get out though. I really want that blue buff. I don't have mana, so I can't hurt him as much as I want to. However, I can just wait for these to push the tower. She's gonna eat harass from our own tower. Kind of foolish to do that. He's gonna save that Valkyrie. Don't know why he waited to Valkyrie. Is he trying to bait out a spear? Because my spear is definitely lower cooldown than his Valkyrie, and there's no benefit for baiting out my spear. But whatever he wants to do, go for it. That's his choice. You'll notice that I'm not getting boots quite yet, and that's because I do not feel threatened by ganks, because we have adequately warded this area and anywhere that I could get killed from surprise attack. So the only reason I would ever really want boots, if we have good wards, if I ever want boots early, is if I'm getting issues trapping or catching people when they're escaping, which I'm not running into issues with that. That I did not throw far enough. But one thing we really need to be careful of is warding. We need to make sure we're warding. That was actually dangerous on my part to go through with that ward. I'm gonna try and catch her on the flip side.
On the prowl.
I don't know if Darius is here waiting for me. That scares me.
Instinct guides my steps.
But you will notice that I have really pressed my advantage to get more creeps. I really don't appreciate this Nunu coming in and taking kills. He has 16 CS, and I think 5 of them are for my lane alone, and almost all of them have been the big creeps, which, I mean, it's not that much money, but it does bother me a bit that he decides to come to my lane not to do anything other than take the big creep, which is kind of rude. That was the dumbest thing Lee Sin could have done. Alright. I'm concerned. We need to get out of here. Xin Zhao could come and sweep us. I think he was in that fight, but Xin Zhao definitely scares me like no other. Nasus, he's fine. He can survive an attack from Xin Zhao. Sona's not going to do anything. But I have 300 health. Really dangerous. So that'll be the choice that I make. And now you'll see that that is where I get my kills. That's where I start, is with that team fight in mid lane. And apparently a tree was struck by lightning in my hometown, or the town that I'm currently residing in. I go to college, and it is currently blocking 2 roadways. That's exciting. Good thing I'm not going anywhere today, because there's really miserable rain and weather, and I hate it, and I don't want to be outside. So I won't be outside. Alright. So now you'll notice that this Nunu is being way too aggressive, beyond belief. The other team could have collapsed on him and killed him super easily. I don't understand what he's doing. I don't like it. I'm happy that our AD carry was able to at least do something decent. Our AD carry is not doing anything amazing though. We're not winning lanes in terms of kills. We're actually pretty even, but our lanes are won through towers. I have 3 people mid lane. I'm not too scared of them taking my tower. I have very good clear abilities. Sure, I have to dive, but it's not anything too risky or too dangerous. That Sona definitely took no damage there. It's disappointing. And Lee Sin stole their blue. If we are winning, take buffs. The reason you want to take the buff if you're winning is because you want the timer. You want them to be denied that buff timer. So we now know that the buff will respawn in about 5 minutes, or around 27 minutes and 10 seconds, because that's when we cleared the full camp. You do not want to leave the camp up, because then the other team will get the spawner and they will have buff control back. So then at 27 minutes I'll know, okay, show up to the enemy blue buff and take it. Whereas the other team will say, oh, I don't really know when it's going to appear, I'll have to keep my eye on the map and know when it comes up. We are in a dangerous position right now. We have no good tanks. I do not want to be here. Now we have tanks. That's excellent. Oy, oy, oy. So they're just going to eat my harass. They're not going to die because they're at least relatively smart. Caitlyn. Okay, I am now out of mana. He should have given someone who actually uses mana that blue. But life will move on. It's nothing too detrimental for the team. I just want that Corki to come in my range. And I missed it. The one thing that's going to concern me is if Darius decides he wants to pull someone over the wall. So Corki's going to back up. Nope, he's not. But we can take this tower. I am out of mana, so I cannot do anything for my team right now. This is actually going to be a lost team fight. But we did not lose any lives. And then Nasus comes in to be a boss. I like it. And there's the mana, and I can now do a ton of damage.
Ally has been slain.
Oy, oy, oy. That was foolish on my part to dive her when I had no mana. I should have waited maybe 5 seconds, and that blue buff would have given me more mana. But now he has the blue buff. Not a big deal. He's been helping carry this game. So far it's been Nasus and I carrying. Lee Sin, not really doing too much to help. He's been sitting bottom lane and they've actually been losing a lot of the trades. But, again, We're doing alright. We have plenty of towers. We have plenty of pressure all over the map. We've lost no towers. And we're matching in kills and deaths, so we should be fine. They're Darius, though. 150 CS, 4 kills. That's going to be a force to reckon with, so you gotta be careful. Can I sell this back yet? Nope. No, I gotta physically sell it, so I'm not going to. I really do want boots at this point. I'm feeling a little slow. They're gonna take mid lane. We need. It's lost. Like the second a minion touches it, it's gone. This Nunu needs to be building a bit tankier items or warding more. He's not really doing much of either. He has been doing a good job warding earlier. Right now we have no wards on the map. And I'm sure we have full vision in their team, but the instant someone goes invisible, we'll have no idea what's going on. Alright. I am not happy with this engage. That was a terrible engage. Very bad news for us. It's okay. I can even it out.
Enemy double kill.
Now we'll take it. And you will go back to base. I can handle Cassiopeia. That's not a big deal. I'm not too concerned with Cass.
You cannot cage me, summoner.
I want her dead. So I have fixed that problem. Alright. Alright, he's going to dive me. And no, he's not. We're going to put a ward there so we have some vision whenever somebody decides to pass through these two areas. This ward is not good for protecting yourself in lane. It's good for letting you know if someone's going to be pushing this lane to that tower. So we're not trying to take this tower right now. That ward is just to defend this tower. Because they're not going to come through river and attack here. They have to push the lane all the way down. Let's see, what do I want to buy? Boots. I cannot forget the boots. I've done that like 5 times now. And we'll just leave it at that. So this is usually what I would consider my almost end game build. I have a ton of damage. I can kill everybody fairly easily with a few spears. And this is where I just start building more and more damage, and if I feel it's necessary, if I feel the other team is getting scary and my team doesn't have a strong enough tank, I'll build a bit tanky. But we should be alright. Our Lee Sin, I really wanted him to build a little bit tankier, but we'll be all fine. Nasus has got that aspect taken care of. Alright. And this one, Darius. Killed by me. And their blue was already taken by someone on our team. I wasn't even watching the clock. It's Lee Sin again. Why does he keep taking their blue? It's our jungle. You don't need to take their blue. Anybody who can reach it. Just, if the blue's up, give it to somebody that can use it efficiently. And I mean, it's game over. It's not going to matter that much, but still I would appreciate receiving the blue buff. Give me that kill. Got her. Alright. It's a good game. 10, 1, and 6, I think. Anyways, if you have any questions about what I've been doing, or if you have any advice that I can improve on, please let me know, and I would be happy to answer your questions or take that advice and improve in the future. Oh cool, I was promoted. That's cool. Alright, anyways, thanks for watching, and goodbye.